the dressing room. Great crowd inside the JJB Stadium. Good to see it packed for the visit of St Helens, as it always is. And Wigan have emerged, so we're just about ready to get the second half underway. 6-all. Who'll be the happier, Steve-O?
I think Mick Potter will be. As I mentioned at the half-time break, Brian Noble realised they had so much possession, field position, and they really didn't come up with the points that they needed. They'll be playing into the wind. Rather surprisingly, St Helens didn't use the high kick against the wind, which makes it sort of hang in the air. I think we'll find that from Wigan this second half, but will we see the emergence of John Wilkin? His long kicks downfield will be assisted with the wind, and that could turn the game.
Amos Roberts gets us underway, start of the second half. It's a shallowish kick-off. Eastman was underneath it. Woof. That was a rough and ready tackle, wasn't it?
Frodsham would have felt that.
Frodsham,
yeah, he would have felt it as well. So impressed with the Wigan defence. They've been rugged, tough. They're putting their bodies on the line.
Well, every Wigan coach, of course, is told get us to a final and beat St Helens. And Brian Noble is under no illusions about what is expected here tonight from his supporters. Arobi is the dummy half for St Helens. He gives it to Eastman, and he kicks it into open space between the fullback and the winger Amos Roberts. Good to see young Kyle Eastman back. It's his first appearance of 2009. Back after a shoulder operation back end of last year.
Good refereeing there by Ben Thaler. Cameron Phelps lifted his legs high to try to convince the referee. Watch him lift his leg here. Whoa, look, I'm over.
Well, we see that being penalised in the Championship and in Super League many times.
Yeah, but he did
the course of a season.
He did it voluntary. It wasn't assisted.
This is Harrison Hansen. It's a very difficult thing to ask the referee to decide whether the legs are lifted voluntarily or involuntarily.
Well, he got it right. He was in a good position.
McIlorum gives the ball to young Tompkins, who pumps it over the head of Paul Wellens. Great territory bought for Wigan here. Wellens will run it back, though.
Look at that chase. Umbrella defence went right the way around with no opportunity to offload.
Gardner up the middle. McIlorum and Palliasina, the men who get him to ground. This is Gidley now.
Every team that plays against St Helens is terrified that they'll start to find that quick play the ball in the middle of the field, and players like Cunningham and Roby and the rest of the side will roll forward from it. There's an example. This time, can they capitalise?
Try to with Melly, goes inside Roberts. With a little bit of help from Tompkins, he's brought to ground. Last tackle here for St Helens, a dink over the top by Eastman. Stands up, Eastman's the man chasing.
Good play. There's a talent, this kid. Not frightened to try something different. That certainly was. Now then, can Saint keep them down?
Well, St Helens attacking the end that their supporters are massed behind. As Ainscough runs flat and goes round Gidley. Takes on Eastman, who brings him down.
Play on.
Plays the ball, it comes off Eastman's head. The referee says play on. There they are, the St Helens fans. Fill the left end of the ground here whenever St Helens are in town. Last tackle here for Wigan. This is how Palliasina finds Tompkins. Tompkins over the top of Melly. Another great kick from Sam Tompkins. Melly, though, picks it up. Runs it back as far as O'Loughlin.
Good tactics from Brian Noble. Obviously he wants to give Melly plenty of work in this second half. They're coming down this right-hand corner to him.
And Wigan just trying to slow the Saints play the ball down, as Phil rightly said. Gardner. Here is Paul Clough. He goes down, he's on his back. Oh, and he was interfered with then.
Yeah. McAlorum giving away a silly penalty. Just touch it. Yeah, you're not allowed to. Once you've moved away from the ruck, you can't join it again.
Nice swallow dive from Paul Clough. St Helens then will restart. 40 metres out. Farsavalou.
What about that second surge there, didn't he? Just before contact, pressed again with the legs and pushed through the tackle.
Roby, whoops, off the chest. Bounces. Referee said it went backwards. Play on. Frodsham has it. Will play the ball quickly to Roby. And Roby to Eastman. And Eastman then to Leon Price. It suddenly opened up for Price, and it was quickly closed by Sean O'Loughlin. Roby again. Roby flings the ball back, and it arrives in the arms of Wellens, who then gives it to Farsavalou.
Saints, they've not got that fluidity yet.
Here goes Wellens again. Wellens!
Oh, he nearly reached.
He nearly did.
Claiming that he lost it.
Eastman on the last tackle here. Back it comes to Leon Price. They want it high and wide. Price obliges, but it goes too high and too wide.
Look here, sometimes you've changed the pace of the game. Before he got to contact, Stutter stepped away from Gareth Ogg and then pushed hard to go through McLaurin.
Good work from Mari Farsavalou. Subbing 7 of the 8 so far. A Great Britain international, of course, and an English international, Mari Farsavalou. I think you find his name in Debrett's, however. This is Luluai. They play the ball here to McAlorum and O'Loughlin. Little dink over the top from him. Oh, it was a kindly bounce for Wellens, and then he gave it to Melly, and Melly's in a bit of bother. That's a great chase by O'Loughlin.
Oh, very slow to get there at the dummy half as well. Very nonchalant there from the fullback Paul Wellens. And the tactics of keeping this man, Francis Melly, under pressure. Listen to the crowd here.
They sense something, the Wigan faithful. Only home win.
This is suicide.
Roberts! Ah! Oh, that's a knock-on. It's got to be a knock-on. Oh, it's a penalty. Referee's given a penalty against James Graham, who must have come from in front of the ball to drop on it.
Well, why on earth did you try to offload deep in your own quarter line? Pull you to you. Suicidal pass. 20 metres out from your own line, and you try to offload when you're struggling to get into the rhythm of the game.
They've tapped the penalty, needless to say. Here is Coley. Now it's Saints' turn to try and slow Wigan down. Fielden. Knock on! Oh,
that's
dear.
a big error. They've got away with it. Farsavalou comes to the rescue.
The world's costliest prop, Stuart Fielden, but I have to say he's not the player he was at the Bradford Bulls.
That was a deliberate knockdown as well. But did he go for the ball? This is the suicide pass, pull you to you, and this should have been try time.
Well, they got away with it, St Helens, didn't they?
Well, we're going to try to grind them down, Eddie, and repeatedly ask them to come away from their own try line. That's why you tend to offload. When you're hit with a wall, you can't go forward, and your instinct says, well, somehow we've got to go forward. I'll offload to a teammate.
Graham plays the ball.
Massive effort here from Wigan defensively.
It is. And Roby has gone for a 40-20 here. Take the best bounce for him. It was kindly for Cameron Phelps. Roby following up his own kick, gets the tackle in, placing every member of his team on side, and Roby again, wonderful work from dummy half to halt the Ainscow run. Here is Andy Coley now for Wigan. It's now St Helens' turn to ask the questions of Wigan in defence. O'Loughlin, good run, and the captain again. McIlorum a dummy half. Oh, I don't think he was expecting that. Catalan Dragons 22-6 up at the Twickenham Stoop against Harlequins. Tompkins will hoist the ball high. It's gone straight up and down. Well, they took the gamble then. They all took the gamble. Saints particularly. Gardner got away with it. Here is Wellens. Lateral run. Thought about the pass. Thought better of it.
Beautiful play by Paul Wellens. Awkward bouncing ball. Eddie Gardner was under pressure, but who was there to rescue him? Made sure he got behind him so he could offload. One of the world's best readers is Paul Wellens. He may not be the fastest fullback in the world, but he's full of knowledge, that's for sure.
That ball's come free. Graham says no way to Ben Thaler. He looked a bit high. A couple of the challenges on him.
No, he won't tackle, that's why.
Well, Coley was all over the top, but he did lose it. Can't believe it. Paul Wellens, all that hard work, and one of his forwards has squandered it.
I think it's a visible expression of the pain that St Helens are suffering, both physically and in terms of territory. Having to play so close to your own try line drains a team. It's far more taxing on the mind and body. And now Wigan are turning the screw.
They are with Phelps. And he gets the ball wide to Gleeson. Great tackle by Gilmore.
Go.
Phelps, McIlorum, Harrison Hansen. 50 minutes gone. It's still 6-all.
It's going to take something special to break down the defence, though.
Wigan might have it here with Luluai and Gareth Hock.
Oh, looking to get away with it there, wasn't he, Eastman? You could see he went for it and then slipped. Could have been a huge gap.
Just managed to do enough to put Gareth Hock off. Here is Luluai again, and he slides the kick in. That bounces off a St Helens player. He wipes the tackle count down. It was played at, says the referee. So it's more pressure on the St Helens line here.
Surely they'll break through now.
They did play at it, no question. This is Coley, and Coley still looking for a chink in the St Helens defence. 3 tackles gone. McIlorum, Luluai. Oh, he went for the intercept.
Oh, he's left it. Oh, he's nearly thrown him a bad pass.
It wasn't the best.
A proper pass, and well, Eastman just went bananas. Went for the glory.
Was it Eastman who was offside?
Make sure we watch the contact.
Swinging arm, but was there no? Oh well, it is a swinging arm. Did he say no contact? Has he got him for intent? Anyway, here is Gareth Hock. Oh, surely Wigan will break through here. McIlorum, Luluai, Coley. St Helens defence being tested here like it hasn't been for a long time.
Well,
in the Super League.
The odds are always on if you have it on 3 successive sets of 6.
You're having a bit of trouble tonight, old boy,
No,
with
it's
the
a
team.
top set.
This is McIlorum at dummy half. It comes back to Tompkins. Tompkins will give it to Gleeson. And Leon Price was alert to the danger. Now McIlorum again. He finds Tompkins. Tompkins, who not the best pass to Luluai, did well. That's Phelps, forward. They're in though. You can't go to the video referee for a forward pass. I think they're going to check whether Phelps had a foot in touch. It will appear that looked a forward pass out wide, but that's now academic.
It was a forward, they can't check for that. And I think this is a try.
Ooh.
Oh! That is so close.
We're not here, this try's given immediately.
But we are, and the video referee, as he touched, I think he just touched the whitewash before it. Oh, that is a shame. I think you'll see it clearly here, there.
There's a leg up, there's a shadow underneath the knee.
I think the knee's off the ground.
Well, if it is, it's a try.
I think the left knee is off the ground as he grounds the ball.
Well, it's an amazing effort.
And in fact, the left knee is coming up, Eddie, so it has to be off the ground at that point.
They'll give it. I'm pretty sure of that.
Well, he might give benefit of doubt, mightn't he? I don't think we can give any more angles than this. This is another one now, right up the line from the other end.
Well, I think Gardner will block it.
Him.
Yeah, he'll block it. Oh, it's a tough call for Phil Bentham. That is a tough call.
Now then, is there a foot? Is there a knee? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so... I think you've got to give benefit of the doubt, haven't you?
Well, you give benefit of the doubt to the attacking side, and you give benefit of the doubt to Gardner for a great tackle.
For the attacking side, you've got to give the benefit of the doubt.
I know that's the way the rules are. This is the only one that will tell us, I think. And it looks as though it's on the line there. Although, look there now.
Yeah,
that knee is up and there's a shadow underneath it.
Yeah, but that's after he's hit the deck. He's got to make a huge decision.
It's a massive decision, this. It's a massive decision for Wigan and for this game. Phil Bentham, it's his call. He gives it right. Second try. Second try for Ainscough.
It was an amazing effort from this kid. I'm with you, Eddie. From the wide angle, it looks slightly forward, but you can't go to the screen on that. And give full credit to this fella, Sean Ainscough. Tremendous, absolutely tremendous. But this is the pass. It looks slightly forward, but take nothing away. Luluai took it on the half volley. What's the best pass? It deserved it. It really did. Try number 2 for this fella.
And interestingly enough, no benefit of doubt. Phil Bentham convinced Ainscough had got in.
You know, to be a good winger nowadays, you need to have a wide array of skills. You need to be able to handle high kicks, you need to be able to make meters for your teammates and make the right decisions in defence. But more than anything still in rugby league, you need to be able to finish chances. And that's what Sean Ainscough is proving this season. When he has a chance, he takes it more often than not, and he puts the 4 points on the scoreboard.
Amos Roberts, he's kicked it off the touchline. 12-6 Wigan, and Sean Ainscough's making a massive mark on 2009. He's got 12 tries now in 8 Wigan games this year.
Well, he'll feel a lot happier, will Brian Noble. That is a classic winger's try. To go outside your opposite number. And A.D. Gardner just could not get there quick enough.
And then for Roberts to kick the goal off the touchline, well, that's a massive bonus with Pat Richards sitting in the stands. 12-6 then, Wigan. Mick Potter knows his men have got a very big 25 minutes ahead of them. They've been tested by Wigan here tonight, as they haven't been tested for a long time on this ground. It was level pegging in the last round of 2008 at Knowsley Road, 16 all. It was 46-12 here in the first meeting, or the last meeting at Wigan, in St Helens' favour. Last tackle here though for Wigan, who lead with Luluai. Into the arms of Melly, poor kick.
I think one of the messages that's gone on to St Helens in that 2-minute break while we were waiting for that decision was to try and put some more pressure on the Wigan kickers when it got to that last play. They were having too long to put the ball where they wanted, and it was buying too much land for Wigan. You saw Cunningham then work so hard to get to Luluai to close down his time and options on the kick.
Cunningham at dummy half. Here is Graham. Gets St Helens to halfway.
The wonderful thing about this Wigan defence is that they have prevented St Helens from really getting into the swing of themselves. And, I mean, let's face it, they're one of the classiest sides in Super League as Saints, but they've never had the room to move, they've never had the ability. They've had always Cherry and White just on the side of them. Oh, well done.
Ainscough again. It's 12 months since St Helens last lost away from home.
Look at that stat, 17 missed tackles.
And Wigan have done a great job on them as well of compressing them and not allowing them the clean breaks. Only 3.
They've been up for it. They've got right into their faces. We've seen no skill factor from Saints as yet. The likes of Leon Price, Matt Gidley, never had any opportunities. They've got to stand and be counted, but they've got to get in field position first.
They certainly believe Melly's a weakness in terms of handling the high kicks downfield, don't they?
Well, not only that, but they know that they're going to tire him out.
Gilmore goes down.
He's probably done more yards forward than anybody out in that field of play.
Here's Pulatuya.
First real opportunity now for Saints for quite some time.
Cunningham gives it to Eastman. Eastman to Price. Price short ball. It's Wilkin.
Move! Shot!
Roby goes away from Fielden. And here is Gidley. And Gidley gets over for the try. St Helens respond. The referee will just check it upstairs with Phil Bentham.
So he's got the ball down, please.
Wants to check that he actually got the ball down, but there was no doubting as far as Gidley's concerned. He's convinced he has.
Wonderful effort. Knew that he had to go low. Knew that he had to be there in full control. If it had gone high, two would have just smashed him. And he went right underneath. This will be confirmation.
Gidley with the try for St Helens. Wigan score at one end, St Helens respond at the other. Gidley got a bang on the side of the head for his pains because he went so low where the boots and the knees and the legs were flying. But Matt Gidley, 4 tries in his last 3 matches, plus 2 goals at Wakefield, 7 tries in 8 meetings against Wigan, and he's got another one tonight.
Great play by Roby, and Price got the ball quickly, and he had to go very low indeed. Gidley hasn't had many opportunities, this fella, tonight, but when he was presented with one, he turned it into 4 points. Picked up a gash on the forehead.
Well, the bandages are being brought out, aren't they, tonight for St Helens? There's another big one. Eastman with the kicking now. This is a massive kick for this young man. Well, Amos Roberts fired one over from the touchline. Can Eastman do the same? He can, you know. He can, you know. It's 12 apiece. Briefly, Wigan held the lead. St Helens and Matt Gidley responded. He's emotionless, Mick Potter.
See how he's starting to dive now. Head down, slippy conditions. He knew he'd slide. That is world class. He is world class.
Well, in the first half, St Helens scored on the 10th minute. Saints got one back 11 minutes. So they held the lead for 60 seconds. In the second half, Ainscough went over for his try in the 54th minute. We had 2 minutes of deliberation from the video referee, and 2 minutes after that, Gidley's got over for the try for St Helens. It's 12 all, it's all to play for still.
Eddie, this is a great test for Wigan now to see how they stand the chances in 2009. There aren't many teams that get to the last quarter of a game still in the contest against St Helens, and Saints now will lift, there's no doubt about that. Their memory bank tells them that you press harder now and you win games. Can Wigan lift to another level in the last 20 minutes?
Graham goes down on tackle number 4. Here goes Cunningham. Destructive runner, isn't he, Kieran Cunningham?
The mere fact he comes off the bench, Eddie, and he's out on that paddock, lifts Saints all the time.
High kick here from Wilkin. The cavalry charge is on. Oh! Leon Price! I think that came off a Wigan hand.
It did.
This try is given.
It's a gift.
It was a fantastic kick from Wilkin. It almost had snow on it. The ball came down. It was right underneath the crossbar, to be fair to the Wigan defender, and he could not take it in, and the Wigan supporters cannot believe what they're seeing again. Leon Price, what reaction! 50th try for St Helens, and how vital might that 50th touchdown from Leon Price be in the context of this match?
I was calling for the high kick in the first 40 minutes from Saints. They only put one up. And the first one that they go to, when they get in a good position, and that had plenty right on it. Boy, he had the chance, did Roberts. It was a gift, absolute gift for Mr. Price.
Well, he's kicked one from out on the touchline. This is in front of the sticks for Eastman. He makes no mistake. St Helens have wrestled the lead back, 18-12. It's incredible, though, that the referee, Ben Thaler, who's had a fine game, because of the sheer height of that kick, didn't refer it upstairs to have a look for onside, offside.
Well, it gave him plenty of time for the entire team to go in front, and that's why he was confident on it. All right.
Well, we want referees to be brave and make brave decisions, and Ben Thaler has done exactly that.
Yeah,
I don't think Leon Price was offside, but
no.
You never know.
It was Paul Wellens, I think, when we look back at the end of the game, who timed his run probably to perfection. We might get another angle on that, but he was the one closest to the line of the kicker.
Plenty of height, and he's okay there.
Every one of them are onside on this near side who got involved in the action underneath the sticks, and that's exactly what the video referee would have looked at. So well done, Ben Thaler. And well done his touch judges, because they must have given him the call. You can't check everything on his Todd. Working as a team, touch judges and referees. Working well. Well, isn't that a grapple tackle?
Certainly looked it. Now, will they go for height? Probably position.
Eastman has suddenly played a major part in this game, hasn't he? Great kick, measured kick. They reckon this fella can be anything, you know.
It's something already, and he can only improve. Well weighted. He knows he was very fortunate before when he came out of the one line of defence. Nearly left a huge opening, but he got to Gareth Ott just at the right moment. And Mick Potter now will be quite happy, because it's definite now that Potter sent out the message, because the last three occasions that Wigan have attempted to go towards his defensive line, Kyle Eastman has stayed in the line of defence. That's good coaching.
Wait.
Riddell is back out there. He finds Fielden. Here goes Coley. 10 minutes to go in London, and Catalan Dragons 28-10 ahead. Been a good week for them. Here's Phil Bailey. It's amazing. They wait and wait and wait for a win, and then they come two in a row. Kevin Walters will be breathing a little easier tonight if they hang on to that victory. Ryan McDermott will be concerned the way his team are up and down in their form.
Get up. Wait, John. Go.
12 to Wigan, 18 to St Helens, 15.5 minutes remaining. Riddell giving Roby one for his corner then. Melly up the middle now.
Just amazing how Kieran Cunningham steadies the ship so often. Remember, he came up with that vital try to get Saints back into it. Not the best kick from Price.
No, straight to Phelps. Here's Ainscote. But St Helens swarm forward.
Yeah, fair play to Price. He knew he wasn't a good one, but he was the first man there when the chase came to it.
Gleeson might be starting his Wigan career with a defeat, but plenty of time for the Cherry and Whites to come back into this.
They need position. And it's not going to be easy to get downfield with a kick against this wind.
They could find a 40-20 kick. That would be their answer here now, because they need, as you said, to get close to St Helens' line, I think. They're not looking to score long-range try at the moment. There's a patient approach.
Charge down, they're going to get 6 to go. Well, it's not got the territory forward, but they get another set of 6. Riddell. Here's O'Loughlin. Cameron Phelps. Second tackle, just over halfway line are Wigan. This is Gleeson to O'Loughlin, and here is Bailey.
Now what's left in the tank?
Luluai, Harrison Hansen. Riddell. Fielding was the dummy runner. Riddell took it on himself.
Maybe a little bit of class from Sam Tompkins.
Last tackle here, they're 20 metres away. Tompkins does have it. Gives it to Gleeson. Maybe a bit of class from Gleeson. No, trapped with ball in hand.
Brian Noble will be furious over that. That really should have been taken by someone, controlled, kick into the in-goal area.
I tell you what, Eddie, if Wigan now could have some positive self-talk, Saints are there really, they are struggling. Physically they're below their normal levels of energy because of what they've been through in the last month. And I think Wigan here, they can maintain their speed of defensive line, can contain them or even force an error.
Farsavalou with the drive forward for St Helens. Cunningham, it wasn't played properly. The ball was not played properly by Farsavalou. It's a penalty to Wigan.
I think he might have been facing the wrong way as well. Well, Mark Riddell was all over him, and this could be very costly indeed.
I applaud Ben Taylor for giving the penalty for that, but blimey,
you can do it every time.
You could do every play the ball.
Of course you could.
He's actually got to stand up.
Yeah,
and
he didn't
pull the
regain
ball
his
down. No.
He did not regain his feet.
He was a bit horizontal, wasn't he? Palliasina for Wigan.
This will be a real test now to the Saints defence. And I still think that young Sam Tompkins can come up with something brilliant.
This is Andy Coley. Riddell. Here is Luluai. Palliasina's the charger. Palliasina!
Oh! Trampled over Farsavalou. We don't know where he is.
Riddell, poor pass. Luluai had to retreat and pick that up. Kick to the corner, looking for Ainscough on a hat-trick. Oh, the bounce was horrible.
I don't believe
Rollins had a foot in the in-goal, the dead in-goal line.
Oh. Well, Brian's not too happy about a few things.
What about the bounce?
Yeah. Hat-trick was looming. Did he? I can't see.
Well, we couldn't see for Gardner, but the referee was perfectly positioned. Here we are. Well, he must have been, because he was so close, Ben Taylor.
Well, he could have tapped him on the shoulder.
It's a goal line dropout anyway, and then Tompkins is underneath it. And here now comes Paul Prescott for Wigan.
Well, it's all set, Eddie. I think Leeds can get the ball to his hands early and see if he's got the magic on his debut.
Palliasina goes down under the challenge from Graham. Plays it there to Riddell. Here is Luluai. Now it's O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin taking on Eastman. Youngster stuck to his guns. Quick play the ball from Wigan. That's what they needed. Amos Roberts. Palliasina on the charge again. That's the fourth. They're underneath the sticks. 5 metres away. Riddell. Tompkins. Bailey. Still Bailey, down he goes on the last.
Got to be a kick.
Luluai, Tompkins, there's the kick, little grubber. Oh, knock on! Knock on! And Wellens just could not deal with it.
Well, you'd put your house on, wouldn't you? I think you would accept that. He was stabbed in well by Sam Tompkins. 99 out of 100 he would take that. Look earlier here at the opportunity. Ainscough was lovely. Did he get his foot on that? Yeah, that's it. Boy, this technology is fantastic, isn't it?
So are the eyes of Ben Taylor, as it turned out. This is Roberts again. Here is Luluai. Now it's Prescott.
Well, they're trying to expose Kyle Eastman, I'm sure.
They're going that way. Tompkins gets the ball brilliantly picked up, down to the in-goal area. Another set of 6 coming. Going to the rescue. Tom comes out. He looks as though they're, well, they all look like they're blowing for dogs out there.
Good position though by Gardner. Not getting too excited.
It's incessant though, the pressure from here.
And Phil was absolutely spot on. They realised, the Wigan, that if there's one man that they're going to break through, it's going to be Kyle Eastman, who's a little bit dodgy out there.
3 to go at the Twickenham Stoop. Looks like it's the Cattle and Dragons night. Here, whose night is it going to be? It's a scratchy dropout from Wellens. Tompkins gets it and gives it to Prescott.
Can they withstand the pressure?
Wait, guys, wait!
They must be out on their feet, St Helens. All that defensive work.
And Palliasina's difficult bloke to put down. They do eventually.
Go.
Riddell, Tompkins, Bailey. Price stood his ground. Oh, he gets the ball away. It's a knock on by the youngster.
Oh, he's in his back to one. He hadn't seen the knock on.
Well, I'm sorry, he might have got that very, very wrong.
Costly as well, could be.
Well, he's moved the tackle count down. So it's an extra set of 6, and Riddell for Wigan is held up.
Good work there by Clough. It had to be.
I tell you what, if Wigan score here, there'll be a talking point or two.
Will they ever?
Lula wide.
Right, James.
That was a definite knock on.
But it looked like it from up here. Here is Bailey. This is O'Loughlin. That's a great defensive tackle by Gilmore. The ball has come out. They've got away with it, St Helens. A knock on by O'Loughlin.
He looks at the official and said, well, I think I was slammed to the ground. Is that the level of the scales? Oh, that could have been penalised. That really could have been penalised.
Make sure you're close,
That is a knock-on.
Okay, make sure you're close, mate.
By a mile.
Okay,
Well, I said he had good eyesight a minute ago. Poor old Ben. Put the mockers on him.
Well, I think the touch to Eddie missed it. We've got to realise it's not just about the referee. The two guys stood on the sidelines with flags in the hand. They're as important, if not more important, to the referee, whose job it is to take the defensive side back 10 metres.
Exactly. And we also praised the touch judges and referee earlier for working as a team. They didn't on that occasion. But hey, it's fallible, we all are, aren't we?
It's a good play, though, by Saints. All started by the offload from Fassivalu to Gidley.
Wait!
It's amazing how Saints, when they're put under pressure, they can come back. Oh, that is the brick wall.
That was O'Loughlin. There was a bit of angst in that, wasn't there? Wellens felt it. Here is Leon Price.
5.
Last tackle for St Helens.
Give it to Mayer. No, the
Wilkin, Gidley. Down the line from Gidley, looking for Gardner. Now then, who knocked that out? I think it was Wigan.
Cameron Phillips got the boot to it. Phelps definitely gets it here. He knows he can't take a risk. Yeah. Heading free to St Helens.
Why not try and drop on the ball and stay in the field of play? I understand it's difficult, and they may have been dragged into touch or pushed that way.
But at least give yourself a chance.
Or better still, kick it dead in goal and have a dropout.
After all that pressure at the other end, St Helens now look for the try that will just win this match.
It's amazing how Saints, as I mentioned before, the ability to be able to just come back right from their own quarter.
Here's Leon Price. Here is Lee Gilmore. Bringing it on from Bailey. Cunningham. Back he goes to Price. Here's Pulatuya. Big man to stop. Big man to stop. They do. Knock on.
Oh, this game has had everything. No emotion on the face of the coach, Mick Potter. Though deep inside, he'll be saying, we've come up with a big error.
Yeah, he just let go of it, Tony Pulatuya, didn't he? Tompkins appeals, and Ben Taylor says, yes, that's a knock-on. So another scrum, this time head and feet to Wigan. What can they do with it?
Well, what did it?
Well done, guys.
He can change, maybe.
Wrong end of the field, of course, for Wigan at the moment. 5.5 to go.
Well, I think Brian Noble just played his joker, sent Gareth Hockon and he's asked him to channel his energy down that left-hand side of the field, where I guess Kyle Eastman is predominantly defending and trying to fill a hole.
2. Move! Wait, guys. Wait, get up. Go. Keep coming, play on.
The one thing about Gareth Hawke, he can be a hero or zero. You never know what he's going to come up with.
Well, when you're 6 points behind, you might as well go for the hero option.
You've got to try.
This is Prescott.
4.
Down he goes, 10 metres inside his own half. Riddell waits. Tompkins goes for a 40-20. Wellens pouches it.
All okay now.
Tries to go for the gap. And O'Loughlin is the man who gets him. Melly.
2. Move, Sam! Go.
Cunningham pushes Gilmore out the way at dummy half.
And that's the power of the man, isn't it? He just keeps going, plodding along, just calm it down.
Wait.
Good effort in the end for Harlequins, but 28-22 to the Catalan Dragons.
Play on, ball, play ball, play ball.
Well, the referee said play on, and then he said 4. He said it twice. He said play on, then he said play the ball as he got up and ran away.
He wasn't held, to be fair, on the last
No,
one.
they accept the decision very well, though, don't they? Incredibly well, St Helens.
Well, they have to. They know that an extra 15, 20 metres downfield really will allow the pressure.
So here come Wigan with Palliasina at the middle. Now Hock is standing out wide on the left-hand side, the area that young Kyle Eastman is defending. They go that way, and here is Hock, and he gets the ball wide. And they're in touch. Ainsco's in touch. Great work. Kyle Eastman was asked a big question,
And he got across. But he stayed in line. So he had the ability to get back in time.
Gardner did a bit as well. Let's just hear what the referee said to James Graham here. This is what he said.
Nobody else in. Clean heading. Play on, ball, play ball. We need it. Ball man got a scrum now.
No, he's got it wrong. You can't expect it. A professional football in the heat of this.
Play ball. That's what he said in his Yorkshire accent. That's why completely foxed James Graham, because he's a Scouser.
Move! Wait, guys.
Are you having a shot at the Yorkshire people?
Not at all.
Yeah. You Cheshirites.
No, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the Liverpool accent.
Go on the man.
Levy Lane.
This is Farsavaloo.
Move! Wait, guys, wait.
Now it's Cunningham.
Well done.
Will they kick early? Will they kick after this tackle?
4.
Wingers have not dropped back on this left-hand side. No.
Up the middle they go with Price. They'll kick now.
Keep it coming, Gareth. Well done, 5.
And it's with Wilkin.
Not in, it's not in.
Wasn't a 40-20. It's straight down the throat of Amos Roberts. 2.5 minutes remaining. Wigan, maybe their last opportunity.
Okay, the square.
Here's Ainscoe.
Is that a big game, this lad?
He has 2 tries, and he might end up on the losing side.
Wait, guys, go.
Wigan need men to support the ball carrier now, Eddie. Just 2 minutes to go. You cannot accept one-up carries here now. Get around. If you've got energy, get near the man with the ball. Make yourself active.
Here's Gareth Hock. He's taking on Eastman. He gets the ball away. It's Ainscoe. He gets the ball away. Hock over the top to Lulawai. Picked out by Farsavaloo.
Chip over the top time. It's got to be something different.
Riddell, Palliasina. Whoops. He says that's off the shoulder. Here's Tompkins. Last one. Chip over the top. Just didn't come up for O'Loughlin. Instead it's with Pulatuya.
It could have.
1.5 minutes remaining. It's been a battle royal. Gardner.
3.
And look at St Helens side. They're almost stood together in a circle. 10 players around the play of the ball. Just focusing their efforts here now of staying in that middle of the field, going forward and completing this set.
It's got to be a good kick now and chase.
Graham.
5.
Last one.
Move. Go.
Now they've fanned out a bit, St Helens. Back they come to Eastman. A drop goal attempt from Kyle Eastman. It's a drop goal attempt from Eastman, and he's kicked it. Kyle Eastman has kicked the goal, kicked the one-pointer that wins the match for St Helens. Well, he is a star in St Helens tonight, but he is a star of the future as far as the internationals are concerned. Eastman, first drop goal of his professional career, and it wins the match in this, the keenest of local derbies.
Well, the players may change, but the script stays the same. St Helens know what it needs to win tight games, even when they've not been at their best. Here we're going to have possession back from the kick-off, but even then it'll be impossible for them to score enough points to win.
Well, Brian Noble knows his men have given it their all tonight. They go to France on Monday. The high kick from Tompkins looking for Cameron Phelps. Finds Wellens instead, and Wellens is hurt. Wellens is badly hurt, and they've called immediately for the medics to come on. It was a brave... Oh, it was a clash of heads with Cameron Phelps. He's up on the floor, but he's bleeding badly. Paul Wellens, he's all right. They must have seen the blood.
He didn't even take a 10 count, did he?
No.
There was no, just straight up there.
Bravery personified in this game from Paul Wellens. Outstanding defensive play there, kept his eye on the ball, but Eastman's drop goal was the final nail in the Wigan coffin here tonight.